Hey guys, Dr. Jordan Miller here with Integrated Health Solutions, and today we are going to go over a very simple exercise for increased hip mobility, and that is called the hip car. This is a standing exercise that should be done with something used as stability, for example, a wall or something like a chair or something to hold on to, because it will be done on one leg. So primarily, if we are working on the right hip, we like the left hand or the left arm to be stabilized on something like a wall or a chair, for example. What you're going to be doing is taking the hip through 4 ranges of motion, going from front to back, and then repeating again from back to front. You're going to start by elevating the knee, bringing the hip upwards into flexion. Then you are going to open the hip, bringing it out into abduction. You're then going to take the hip inwards into the internal rotation, and then finally into extension. Now you're going to do this in a semicircle motion, so congruently together, bringing front to back and then ultimately down towards the ground. You then do the same thing in reverse, starting with extension, bringing out, rounding, and then bringing back towards the front. The 2 most important pieces of information with this: you are targeting the hip that is elevated, meaning the plant leg should not move. So for example, when you are taking the hip forwards or backwards, you should not be leaning with the torso in either direction. You don't increase the hip angle back here. You are only changing the plant leg, which you are not targeting. So make sure you keep the body nice and tall, and you only move the hip that you are attempting to mobilize, not the plant leg. Number 2, keep in mind spinal neutrality, specifically when going into extension. If you want to extend the hip, you don't want to flex forward, bringing this left hip into equation, but you don't also want to arch the back, right? You're not creating lumbar extension by bringing that hip further. Keep the lumbar spine neutral. Keep in mind, you only get about 10 to 15 degrees of hip extension, so you shouldn't be going terribly high. It is just a simple motion, kicking backwards just a tiny bit with a flat back and a neutral torso up top. Try this a couple times a day. See and feel that mobility. Notice getting up and down from a seated position a little bit easier. And if you have questions or comments, please put them below. We'll see you next time, guys.